How many times have you heard that you should love yourself? How many times have you told yourself that you should love yourself? How many times have you heard that you can only expect someone else to love you to the extent that you love yourself? How many times have you tried loving yourself, even been successful at that? But I began to wonder at some point what that actually means. I knew it wasn't about loving how I appear, even on the best or the worst of those days. I knew too that it wasn't about loving who I am being in any one moment. I knew that or rather, I thought actually, it was about learning to accept who I am being in any moment, even in those times when I'm feeling disgruntled or really bad about something, maybe beating myself up about something that I think I could have done a bit better, and trying to accept that in myself, and even being quite successful to some extent of accepting, well, this is who I am. Love me or leave me, even to myself, I would say. And then the other thing that I hear a lot is, I am love. And I understand that. I have understood that in a quite illogical, but also in a spiritual way that, well, I am love. So if I am love, then what isn't there to love? And I've had moments of really experiencing that, of experiencing myself as love, as bliss, as joy even, only for those moments to move on and for me to discover again, well, I'm not always love. There are times when clearly I'm not love. But what I've come to know now is my own self in a deep and profound way. My true self, this place in me where there is nothing to love or to hate, actually, neither. Nothing to judge, nothing to debate, simply a space of truth in myself, where everything simply is as it is. Not in the sense that I used to understand that, in that everything is as it is, yes it is, and I need to accept that, and not just learn to live with that, but learn to love that, which is quite a demand on us, actually. But in this deeper sense of who I am, and who you are too, there is a truth that becomes unquestionable. Not a truth about anything, simply truth. Where everything is as it is, and it is perfect in that way. And I don't have to figure out why it's perfect and come to understand that and learn from that and then learn to accept and love that. But simply, life is a flow of happening through us. People come to us. And in this space, there's something we know, not about anything. There is just truth, where there's no question of whether I love myself or whether I love this other person or don't love this other person, or I can get along with you, don't really like you very much, but you're here and I accept that and I accept my learning and all the rest of that. But not that. Simply, we are in this space together. That's all. And from this space, this truth, there is such a deep sense of love that isn't a moment or an experience that passes, but more like once you know and experience yourself in this way, you cannot really forget that. Yes, things will come and you will momentarily forget in a sense. But deeper in, you'll always know that this is who you are. And these things this isn't something you can understand in any kind of logical or illogical or spiritual way without experiencing yourself as this. And as you experience yourself and life as this, there is no question about whether you love yourself. You just absolutely, undoubtedly fall in love with yourself, not in an arrogant way, and also not in a way that has you accepting things in yourself, but simply knowing the truth of who you are. Undeniably, that this is who you are, and this is love in the purest, absolutely purest sense. I invite you to explore this in yourself. Don't learn to love yourself. It works for a while. I invite you to explore who you truly are and come to know yourself in this way. And be the love that you truly are.